to rent an economy car. $19 a day or $129 a week, unlimited mileage. Could I have one for tomorrow morning? Do you have your driver's license? Sure, here it is. Just complete this form. What's the rate for a station wagon? The daily rate is $32 plus 39 cents per mile. Good. I'll take it right now if possible. Can I see your license, please? Of course. I have my own license and an international license. That's fine. Fill out this form and let me see your credit card, please. How much does it cost to rent a mid-sized car? I can give you one for $24 a day or $158 a week. Fine. I'd like to reserve one for next Tuesday. May I see your driver's license? Yes, it's right here. Okay. You'll have to use a credit card or leave a $100 deposit. If I wanted to rent a van, how much would it cost? Let's see. That would be $40 a day plus 38 cents a mile. That sounds okay. I'll need it from the 10th to the 14th. Do you have a valid license? Yeah, here. Fine. Now, complete this form and sign your name at the bottom. Situation 25. At a gas station. Fill it up with unleaded and check the oil, please. Do you want me to check the tires? No, that's all for now. What does it come to? $10. Fill it up with regular, please. All right. Should I take a look at your battery? No, thanks. I'm in a hurry. How much is it? $10, please. Fill it up with premium, please. Sure. Should I check your radiator? No, that's okay. How much do I owe you? That'll be $10. Fill it up, please. Fine. Do you want your windshield cleaned? No, thank you. I don't have time. How much is that? It comes to $10. Do you think we'll have any trouble finding a room for the night? I'm sure it won't be easy to find a place. We have to watch for Interstate 87. Right. We still have a ways to go, though. How about staying at a hotel in a city tonight? It might be hard to find a good place to stay this late. Let's stop soon. We've driven enough for one day. All right, but we still have a little farther to go. I think we should try to find a reasonable motel tonight. That shouldn't be hard to do. Shouldn't we start looking for a place to stay? Okay, why don't you check the map to see where we are? I hope we can find a cheap place to spend the night, don't you? I don't think we'll have any trouble. Do you have any vacancies? Yes, we have a nice room on the 4th floor. How much is it? $45 a night plus tax. Can I see it, please? Certainly. Would you come with me? Do you have a single room for 2 nights? We only have a small suite. What's the rate? $50 a night, including breakfast. Fine. Could you show it to me, please? Of course. Just follow me. Can I reserve a double room for next week? You can have a room facing the ocean. How much would it be? $65, including tax. Could I have a look at the room? Sure. Come this way, please. Do you have a double room with twin beds? I can let you have a room in the new wing. What's the daily rate? $60 a night. Could you show me something less expensive? Yes, of course. Right this way, please. Do you take in students? Yes, if you don't mind sharing room, there's one available. How much is it? $30 a week. Do you think I could have a look at it, please? I'm on my way out now. Could you come back in an hour? I've been told you might have a vacant room. Yes, I have a spare room. How much are you asking? $10 a night. Could I see the room, please? Sure. Come on in. A friend told me I might find a room here. Yes, I'll have a room free next week. What do you charge? $25 a week, but you can't have visitors. Fine. Would it be okay to look at the room? Could you come back later? We are right in the middle of dinner. I wonder if you can help me. I'm looking for a room. Yes, I've got a small room. How much do you charge? $35 a week, but don't allow smoking. Okay, can I see the room now? Would you mind waiting? I'm on the telephone. Situation 26. Services. I'd like to change these pesos, please. How do you want them? It doesn't make any difference. Do you want anything else? Yes. I'd like to open an account. Would you catch these travelers' checks, please? How would you like them? In $10 bills, please. Is there anything else? Yes. I'd like to know how to send money to France. Could I change these pounds for dollars, please? Do you want small bills or large? It doesn't matter. Do you want anything else? Yes, I'd like to know the exchange rate for yen. Could you change these for me, please? What would you like? 20s and some smaller bills, please. Anything else? Yes. Could you tell me my balance? Here's my account number. How much is an airmail letter to Japan? I'll have to check. Can I help you with anything else? I'd like a 20-cent stamp, please. There you are. Could you tell me how much it would cost to send this to France by regular mail? I'll look it up. Is there anything else? Yes, I'd like 5 airmail stamps. Here you are. How much would a postcard to Brazil be? Let me check for you. Do you need anything else? Yes, I'd like a book of 20-cent stamps, please. Here you go. How much more would it cost to send this special delivery? Just a second. I'll have to check that. Anything else I can do for you? Yes, I'd like to send a $20 money order. Here you go. How do you want it? Cut it short all over. Would you like it washes? No, thank you. It's okay. How would you like it? Trim the back, but leave it long on the sides, please. Do you want a shampoo? No, thanks. How would you like me to cut it? Just a trim, please. Do you want it thinned? No, I don't think so, thanks. What do you want me to do? Not too much off, please. Do you want a conditioner? No, that's fine, thanks. Are you being helped? No. What do you have in brown suede jacket, size 40? The closest I have is a 38. Do you think you'll be getting any more in? No, but they might have them at our other store. Is anybody waiting on you? No, I'm trying to find a green sweater in extra large. We have your size, but not in that color. Can you order one for me? Certainly. Just give me your name and address. Is someone taking care of you? No, I'd like a long-sleeved shirt in yellow medium. I think we're out of your size. Well, can you get me one? I think so. Check back next week. Is anyone helping you? No, I'm looking for a navy blue raincoat, size 36. I'm afraid we don't have any left. Will you be getting more in? Yes. Try us again next Monday. Situation 27. Planning an evening out. How would you like to go to a movie tonight? Thanks for asking, but I don't think so. Then, what about trying that new Chinese restaurant? No, I'd rather stay home and watch TV. How about going to see Maria tonight? Not tonight. Maybe another time. Come on. It would do you good to get out. No, I want to get to bed early tonight. Let's go roller skating. I really don't feel like it tonight. Well, Would you like to do anything? No, if you don't mind, I'm just going to stay home tonight. Why don't we go dancing? No, I'm really not in the mood. Then why don't we just go out and get something to eat? No, I want to stay home tonight for a change. How about going to hear a country and western singer tonight? I'd enjoy that. I'll pick you up around 8. Okay, I'll see you then. Do you feel like going to see Paul and Claire tonight? I'd like that very much. How does 7:30 sound? Fine. See you later. Would you like to go to a party tonight? That sounds like a good idea. Would 7 be okay? That's fine. I'm looking forward to it. Why don't you have dinner with me tonight? I'd love to. Let's say about 6. That's okay with me. I'd like to reserve 2 seats for tomorrow night. Would you like orchestra seats? Isn't there anything less expensive? Not unless you want a matinee. Can I still get tickets for tonight's performance? The front balcony is still available. Aren't there any other seats? No, I'm afraid that's it. Are there any seats left for Saturday night? I still have a few seats in the mezzanine. I suppose there's nothing cheaper, is there? No, nothing, I'm sorry. Is there anything available for tonight? There's some seats in the rear mezzanine. Isn't there anything else available? No, the show is almost sold out. Is there anything worth watching on another channel? I think there's a western on. Do you mind if we watch it? I'd really like to see it. Well, I really wanted to see the baseball game. Do you happen to know what's on after the news? I've got a feeling there's a documentary about animals. Does anybody mind if we watch it? Don't you want to see part 2 of the movie? Do you remember what comes on next? I believe there's a TV special. Are you interested in watching it? Let me look in the TV guide first. What's on channel 2 at 8? If I remember correctly, there's a quiz show. Do you want to watch it? Let's see what else is on first. Would you like to go running? I'd enjoy that. Where would you like to go? We could go to the park. There shouldn't be many people there now. Good. Just let me change. How about going to a bike ride? Sure. Where? Let's call Harry and ask him. He always knows the best places to go. That's a good idea. I'll get ready. Let's go swimming. Okay. Where should we go? Why don't we go down to the lake? It's not too far from here. Fine, I'll be ready in a minute. How about go hiking with us? Sounds good to me. Where do you want to go? Let's go up to the mountains. It should be beautiful there. Okay, just give me a few minutes to get ready. You are having coffee, aren't you? Yes, I always have coffee in the morning. What are you going to have to eat? I'm going to order scrambled eggs and toast. What about you? That sounds good to me. I'll have the same. You'd like coffee, wouldn't you? I think I'd rather have tea this morning. What else are you going to have? Just an English muffin. What are you going to have? That sounds good. I'm going to order the same thing. You're going to have coffee, aren't you? Yes, I could use a cup of coffee. Are you going to have anything to eat? French toast sounds good. What are you going to order? I'll have that too. A cup of coffee sounds good, doesn't it? Yes, but I think I'll have orange juice first. Do you feel like having anything to eat? Well, I think I'll try the pancakes. How about you? Sounds great. That's just what I feel like having. Situation 28. Middle. Please have another sandwich. Thank you. Thank you, but I really can't eat any more. You're going to have dessert, aren't you? Well, I'll join you if you're having something. You'll finish the chicken, won't you? No, thank you. I'm trying to cut down. Aren't you going to have dessert? No, thank you. I just can't eat any more. Would you like some more soup? No, thank you. It's delicious, but I've had enough. Would you like some dessert? Well, maybe I'll have just a small piece of pie. Can't you eat the rest of the salad? No, thanks. I'm supposed to be on a diet. Why don't we have something for dessert? I really shouldn't, but I'll have a little ice cream. Would you like to order now? Yes, I'll have shrimp cocktail to start. What would you like for your main course? I'll have a sirloin steak, medium rare. May I take your order? Yes, I'd like a cup of onion soup. And what would you like after that? I'd like the roast chicken, please. Are you ready to order? Yes, I'll have the fresh fruit cocktail. And for your entree, I think I'm trying the broiled sole. Have you decided what you like? Yes, first I'll have tomato juice. And then I'll have the lamb chops. Well done, please. What would you like to eat? I'd like a hamburger with lettuce and tomato. How about something to drink? Coke, please. Okay, I'll see if it can get waited on. What do you want? I think I'll have a piece of apple pie. Do you want something to drink? Coffee would be fine. Okay, sit down and I'll get it. What are you going to have? I'm trying a steak sandwich. Can I get you anything to drink? Yes, I'd like a chocolate shake. That sounds good. I think I'll have the same. What can I get you? A cheeseburger and an order of French fries would be great. Would you like anything to drink? I feel like having a Coke. That's a good idea. I think I'll join you. Come in. It's nice to see you again. It's nice to be here. Would you care for a drink? Just a club soda for me, please. Hi, I'm happy you could make it. Well, I've been looking forward to seeing you. What can I get you? I'd love a gin and tonic. Good evening. I'm so happy you could come. Thank you for inviting me. What would you like to drink? A glass of white wine would be fine, thank you. Hello, it's a pleasure to see you again. Thank you. I've been looking forward to your party. You'll have a drink, won't you? I think I'll have a beer if you have any. Situation 29. Health. How's your father been? He's been out of work for a couple of days. What's wrong with him? He has a bad cold. Well, tell him to take it easy and that I hope he feels better. Thanks, I'll tell him. What's Tony this evening? He's a little under the weather. Really? What's the matter with him? He has the flu. Tell him I was asking about him. I will. How's your brother doing? As a matter of fact, he hasn't been feeling too well. I'm sorry to hear that. What's the matter? He has a slight fever. Tell him I hope he's better soon. I'll tell him. Thanks for asking about him. I haven't seen Bob lately. How is he? He's still pretty sick. That's too bad. What does he have? We don't know, but he's going to the doctor tomorrow. Let me know if there's anything I can do. Thanks a lot. I'll tell him. I have a sore throat and my chest hurts. How long have you been like this? 2 or 3 days now. I think you've got the flu. There's a lot of it going around. What do you think I ought to do? Get this prescription filled and go straight to bed. I have the chills and an upset stomach. How long have you felt like this? For most of the week. It sounds as if you have a virus. What do you think I should do? I'll give you something. I want you to take it easy and come back in a couple of days. I feel dizzy and I have a headache. How long have you been sick? Since yesterday. You seem to be generally run down. What can I do? It's nothing serious, but you'd better stay in bed for a day or two. I've got a temperature and my stomach hurts. How long have you been feeling this way? It all started the day before yesterday. You seem to have picked up some kind of infection. What should I do? Take a few days off from work and don't wear yourself out. How long have you felt like this? It started bothering me yesterday afternoon. I think I'd better take an X-ray. Can you see anything? It's a small cavity. It should be easy to fill. When did your toothache start? It's been this way for a few days. Let me take a look at it. What do you think? You've got an abscess. I don't think we can save the tooth. How long has it hurt? The pain started last night. Well, let's have a look. What are you going to have to do? Your gums seem to be inflamed. You'll need treatment. How long have you been in pain? It started to hurt when I was eating dinner. Open your mouth as wide as you can, please. How bad is it? It's quite serious. I'm afraid we'll have to pull the tooth. I'd like to have this prescription filled. It'll only take a few minutes if you want to wait. Have you got something for chapped lips? Rub this cream on every 4 hours. Could you fill this prescription for me, please? I'll take care of it right away. By the way, what do you suggest for insect bites? This ointment should help. I need to have this prescription filled. You can pick it up in about an hour. Can you give me something for a rash? Try this lotion. It's supposed to be very good. Can I leave this prescription with you? I'll have it ready for you by 5:30. And I'd like something for a sunburn. You might try this. It's a new product. Situation 30. Narrating a past experience. Did you go somewhere during the summer vacation? Yes, I went to Old Town and had a wonderful time there. Did you visit the Hoi An? Of course I did. I took a lot of pictures. I heard you lost your wallet yesterday. Yes, I did. How did it happen? I don't know how I lost it. All I remember is that I had it when I got on the train, but couldn't find it when I got off. Have you ever been to Dalat? Yes, I have. I went there with several other foreign teachers at the college during the spring vacation last year and spent 3 days there. How did you like Dalat? Oh, it's one of the most beautiful places I have ever seen. We visited quite a few scenic spots, and I enjoyed every place we visited, especially Camley Waterfall. No wonder people call the city a paradise on earth. Did you ever have a meal at the Red House? Only once, when I learned that it was one of the few restaurants in this part of Dalat that served Western-style meals. Tell me about it, will you? Well, it was 7 years ago when a bosom friend of mine was leaving for the States. I took her there and gave her a treat, and we both enjoyed it. Then why don't we try it a second time? Have you ever had any serious illness before? Only once when I was 16. What was wrong? I had a terrible stomachache and ran high fever. The doctor said that I suffered from acute appendicitis and needed an immediate operation. What happened next? So I had the operation and have been healthy ever since. Did you go back to your hometown to have a family reunion during the spring festival vacation? Yes, I did. My parents were only too glad to see me back home again. What were you doing while you were together? Well, first of all, I told them about what college life was like, how I felt about my studies, and how well I actually did in my lessons. And I was so glad to find that both my parents were good listeners. What else did you do then? Then it was their turn to tell me all about the changes that had taken place in my family and the town during the months of my absence. Thus we talked and talked, with them knowing that my vacation would soon be over. How was the conference, Ming? The conference was good, but the trip was not. The return flight was a disaster. How come? The plane was delayed for an hour even before it took off. What went wrong? A passenger suddenly felt sick and had to be taken to the hospital. That's not all. The plane was further delayed in landing because of poor weather conditions. Oh yes, there was quite a thunderstorm last night. How did you feel the first time when you spoke English to a foreigner? Nervous. I felt very nervous. Why did you feel nervous? That was many years ago in New York City. I was asking a man in the street how to get to the nearest subway station. I was worried that I might not be able to make myself understood. So I uttered every word slowly and distinctly. Did he understand you? He nodded and smiled, but did not respond. So I repeated even more slowly what I had said. Did he respond this time? Yes, he said as slowly and distinctly, "Sorry, I know English." He didn't come to work yesterday. What happened? I had a terrible day yesterday. First, my alarm clock stopped, and I woke up late. That's too bad. I got dressed and ran to the train station, but I forgot to bring my wallet and had to go back home. Gee, that's not all. I couldn't get into my apartment because I had left my key at home. Wow, what did you do then? I had to call a locksmith, and it was already 10 o'clock when I finally got into my apartment. Have you ever been to any of the European countries? Yes, many. And the country where I stayed longest was Germany. Really? What was it in Germany that impressed you most? It was the people's hospitality. Was it? Yes. On that visit, I was a member of the Vietnamese art ensemble. There were 80 of us. On arrival at the Berlin station, we were warmly welcomed. Were you? The German artists, dressed in pretty national costumes, presented us with salt and bread, while a group of teenagers were turning cartwheels before us. That is what we Germans do to welcome our distinguished guests. Can I help you, ma'am? Yes, I bought a cellular phone here, and I'd like to return it or exchange for another one. But I couldn't find the invoice now. I'm pretty sure I put it in my handbag when I left home. Ah, we have a little trouble here. When did you buy it? Last Sunday, that is 4 days ago. Do you remember which salesperson helped you? Of course, it was you. I wonder if you remember me. Sorry, I don't. Last Sunday alone, I helped over 30 customers. That's true, but I remember you. You were wearing a beautiful silk scarf that day. I asked you where you got it, and I ended up buying one for myself. See, I'm wearing it today. Oh yes, I did wear the same scarf that day. I'm glad you like the design. I sure do. Now the phone. I'll see what I can do for you. Did you look over the job ads in the newspaper? Yes, but I didn't buy anything interesting. Why didn't you call the school employment office? I did. I sent in my application 2 weeks ago. Did you hear from them? Yes, I got 2 interview opportunities. Did you go to the interviews? No, I went to neither, because one job pays too little and the other pays too much. Too much? Too much? Are you saying that you didn't want the job because it paid too well? The job is beyond me. One has to do what he is paid for, you know. I heard that you had just flown in yesterday, hadn't you? Yes, but that was a terrible experience. I wouldn't think that I will fly again. What made you say so? Well, everything went on okay in the first 3 hours after the plane took off. The evening meal had been served already, and a film was showing. Most of the passengers were watching it. Some were chatting, and others were dozing off. But where were you, do you know, after 3 hours' flight? Well, It's a 9-hour flight from San Francisco to Hanoi, so we were right above the Pacific Ocean. What's that gushing out right from under the wing of the plane? The man in the window seat shouted. I could vaguely see a jet of black smoke pouring out. In the meantime, the plane was bombing along, which sent my heart jumping in my mouth. What happened next then? Utterly the mercy of wind and weather, I had been sitting on pins and needles for almost an hour when I heard the hostess through the public communication system announcing that in 3/4 time we'll be landing at San Francisco again, and the plane was returned simply out of technical reasons. Silence prevailed, yet everyone on board was praying in him. When the plane at last landed safely, there broke out a big round of applause for the pilot. Hi, Tang. Did you have a good time during the weekend? Yes, I did. I went on an excursion to West Lake. Really? How did you get there? Well, Amy and I got up at 5 and set off at 6. It took us 4 hours to cycle there. Cycling in the early morning in the country was itself great fun. The air was so fresh and the fields so green that we felt happy and gay. I really envy you. After a quick lunch on arrival at the lake park, How did you like the places? Wonderful. They're really wonderful. There, Amy and I compared what we saw in the rooms with what we had read in the book. We imagined that a couple of lovers played chess, read poems, sang riddles, painted pictures, and demonstrated calligraphy.